You can see the files here. So these are the files which I downloaded. RHEL -9-x86 underscore 64 boot.iso, RHEL -x86.5 x86 underscore 64 dvd.iso. These are the files. Now I want to create a yum repository. To create yum repository, I will use these commands. So I'm creating a file with gedit yum underscore installation. RBI yum underscore installation. In insert mode, I have copied some data and pasting it. Copy page is not working here. Paste, it's not working. So I will first I will mount this ISO file in a I will mount this ISO file in a directory. To mount this ISO file, I use the following command: mkdir /mnt/this base OS. I created this directory. Now using the mount command, mount -o loop on this directory /mnt/this/base OS. Mount -o loop /RHEL -8.5 x86 64 dvd.iso /mnt/this/base OS. df-h. This file usage in human readable format. So mounted the ISO file on this /mnt/this/base OS. So I'll create a file here, vi etc yum.repos.d/ RHEL 8.repo RHEL 8.repo 8.5 RHEL 8_5.repo. So I'm copying the contents of this file here. In insert mode, base OS name is equal to base OS packages Red Hat Enterprise Linux 8.5. So this is 8.5. Metadata underscore expire is equal to -1. GPG check is equal to 1. Enabled is equal to 1. Base URL is equal to file : //mnt/this/base OS. GPG key is equal to file : double slash etc slash pki slash rpm hyphen gpg hyphen rpm hyphen gpg slash rpm hyphen gpg hyphen p hyphen header hyphen release. gpg key is equal to file colon slash double slash etc slash pk slash rpm hyphen gpg slash rpm hyphen gpg hyphen k hyphen header hyphen release. Okay, so save and exit this file. And then you DNF clean all. Earlier it was m clean all, now it is DNF clean all. M clean all. So before this, I am now going to recreate all these lines again, and I will change the name to AppStream instead of base OS. To copy all these files 1, 2, all these lines 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to copy the 7 lines here. I give 7YY. So 7 lines copied, 7 lines yanked, 7 lines yanked. Then and P to paste. So it is paste. I copied all the lines. I'm changing these headings. Tab stream, packages, this slash AppStream. Okay, save and exit this file. Save and exit the file. So next I'm going to allow all repositories. So to allow all repositories, first I will let me try using DNF repo list. So now the repositories are ready, AppStream and base OS both are ready. DNF clean all. So it is giving me a warning, the system is not registered with an entitlement server. You can use subscription if manager to register. So now I'm going to remove the dependency on the subscription manager etc yum pluginconf.d slash subscription-manager.conf and change enable to 0. Change enable to 0. Save and exit the file. So this is to allow all the repositories. Again, use the same thing, DNF repo list, DNF repo list. So it is listing all the repositories. all the repositories, even repo ID, which was there in the server, is also being listed with this. I didn't create the repo list repository. So DNF clean all subscription hyphen manager clean. Spelling mistake, subscription hyphen manager space clean. So it is giving a warning message. The M or DNF plugins etc DNF plugins subscription hyphen manager.conf were automatically enabled for the benefit of RHEL 8 subscription management. If not desired, use subscription manager config rhsm dot auto underscore enable underscore yum underscore plugins is equal to 0 to block this behavior. So simply copy this command. So I'm simply copy pasting this command. Subscription manager config rhsm dot auto enable yum plugins is equal to 0. Okay, now subscription manager clean. Subscription manager space clean. All local data removed. DNF repo list. So it is all the repositories are ready now. I will install one package here. RPM -I install IVH install verbosely m-utils. So it is installed RPM. So RPM-QA query all the installed packages. RPM-QA 5 grep-I m-utils. So the package is installed. m-utils-architecture dot okay. So then RPM query all packages grep-I create repo. Is the create repo package installed now? So create repo package is not installed here. So found out what the problem was earlier. So actually in the etc m.repos.d directory and in the repo file, I mentioned only base OS here, mnt disk base OS. Actually, base OS only base OS I have only mentioned upstream here, so that's why it was not listing the packages. But I see that in mnt disk base OS in this directory there is another directory called base OS. So the total path is mnt disk base OS base OS. So that was the problem actually. So it couldn't read the So this is the complete path. MNTD space OS AppStream. So that is why it couldn't read the repo.xml file. Repo.xml file base OS ls. In the repo data it is present, the repo.xml file. This file is required to read the data, read the this file is required to list all the packages. So that is why it was failing. I am able to list all the packages. I change the path. So this is the proper path etc m dot repos dot d. So this is the proper path. File mnt disk base os base URL mnt disk base os AppStream. If I want to list all the packages, I just give dnf list all. So it lists all the packages. DNF list all. DNF. Say I want to install HTTPD package, HTTPD asterisk. I give HTTPD asterisk. So it's asking me, do you want to install all these things? Right now I'm not installing, so I'm giving no. So like this I can. So this is how I create M repository in RHEL 8.5 in the Red Hat Linux. Say for example I want to install the package Sendmail. So I type dnf install Sendmail. So this will automatically install Procmail also with Sendmail. So it's in the repository AppStream, as you can see here. It's in the repository AppStream. So why? Enter. Importing GPG key user ID fingerprint from etc pk rpm gpg rpm gpg k rated release. Yes. Yes. So transaction test succeeded. Key imported successfully. Transaction test succeeded. And now it is installing Procmail and Sendmail. Both Procmail and Sendmail have been installed. Procmail and Sendmail have been installed. DNF list all. DNF list installed. So in this I want to check whether I installed Sendmail. So Sendmail I installed just now from the AppStream repository. DNF list installed. grep-i Procmail, and I have installed Procmail also. I installed both Sendmail and Procmail. System CTL status. Let me check the status of Sendmail.service server. Right now it is disabled. System CTL. I have started the Sendmail service. System CTL start Sendmail.service. System. Let me check the status. Status. So right now Sendmail is active. Sendmail is active. Port number of Sendmail server is 25. So telnet command is not found. Let me install the package telnet. DNF install telnet asterisk. So I'm installing telnet and telnet server. Telnet and telnet server. Now telnet to localhost on port number 25. So see I can right now the Sendmail server is active. Sendmail server is active. I can check the status. System CTL status Sendmail. Now the server is listening. Sendmail server is listening actually. Netstat. See, the Sendmail server is listening on port number 25 on the local host. 127.0.0.1 is the local host IP address. Listening on port number 25. TCP connection. It is listening the Sendmail service. Sendmail service is listening. Let me use the mail command. So it says install mailx package. The mail command is not found. Let me install the mailx package. DNF install mailx y. No mail for root. Right now there is no mail for the root server. Right now there is no mail for the root server.